I feel your scorn. And I know I'm the reason for your dissent, when our cause can least afford it. So the story is really about the birth of Texas, but it's about the birth of the Texas Rangers, who were they were scouts. They were kind of Houston's elite guard. I was broken when I came to Texas. There was so much infighting, and he couldn't trust his officers. He really relied on the trust and the confidence, the confidence of the Rangers, particularly through Deef Smith, who's played by Jeffrey Dean Morgan. There's kind of a bromance there, but they're intimate friends. I will atone for all that when my time comes, but I'm no longer that man, and the reason is Texas. He keeps his own counsel. He realizes that at the end of the day, he is the captain of the ship, and he can turn to no other man in this crisis. He's got all of his officers around him conspiring against him, stirring up the men to almost insurrection. He knows this is not an army he's got less than 1,000 men. They're all volunteers. They haven't been drilled. So he's trying to buy time. He knows that the force he's up against with General Santa Anna is so overwhelming. These are professional soldiers with complete supplies and artillery. And he realizes if we're going to have a snowball's chance in hell, we're going to need to pick the battle and hope that we don't have to take on that whole army. I was asked by our government to lead you. Now, I ask you to follow me east. I was born and raised in Fort Worth, Texas, and you're weaned on Texas history, particularly the Texas Revolution and the Alamo and San Jacinto and Goliad. My father said that we were probably related to Sam Houston. He had never verified it. His mother's maiden name was Elizabeth Paxton, and she was from Rockbridge County, Virginia, where a lot of my father's family are from. And it wasn't until I started researching the part of Sam Houston and reading about him and going back and visiting places like Rockbridge County, where I still have cousins, that I found out that we shared common grandparents 6 generations ago on my dad's side, which makes us second cousins. 4 times removed. So we're distantly related, but even that there's that connection added a real thing for me to I've got to get this right. To portray the guy is one thing, but to get the spirit of the man, how principled he was, and what a student of human nature he was. Good thing about talking to you, Deef.